Hello friends and welcome to Unacademy UPSC Current Affairs. I am Joycey Joy and today we will be discussing about electronic voting machines in your current polity of the day series. So welcome once again. Let's get started. Before that, this is about the new batches that we are commencing. So new batches for 2021, 22 and 23. And we are providing 6 months batches for UPSC CSE prelims and 1 year GS batch and also 2 year GS batch course for the 2023 examination. And we are also starting the NCERT batches, and apart from that we also do have the combo courses. So this is the combo course Unacademy is providing. So combo courses are for 12 months, 24 months and 36 months. It comes with your optionals plus your GS papers. So GS you can either go for a plus subscription or you can go for an iconic subscription. So iconic and plus subscription. So these are the subscription fee details. If you are going for an iconic subscription along with your optionals, 12 month subscription will come at 88,705. 24-month subscription at 1,31,510 and 36-month subscription at 1,67,220. So these are the subscription details. And apart from that, we also do have plus courses. So plus courses and the optionals, 12-month subscription comes at 70,103, 24 months at 99,680 and 36 months at 1,21,200. This is my referral code. My referral code is Joycey10 and you can use this referral code and you will get an instant 10% discount. So you will be getting this discount apart from what Unacademy is already providing. And this is regarding the iconic price hike. So iconic price hike and the iconic subscription, you can connect with your personal coach. These are the features that are available for iconic subscription apart from your plus subscription. You can connect with your personal coach. There will be mains test series along with evaluation, a customized study planner, study booster sessions, high intensity workshops, daily answer writing practice and also daily content. So these are the features available for your iconic subscription. And you can again use my referral code. This is my referral code, that is Joycey10, Joycy 10. Now let's come to the current affair. Let's see what is the current affair related to the EVMs, electronic voting machines. A controversy erupted in the Parvanu Municipal Council polls where the electronic voting machines, that EVMs of the ward number 1 from Government Senior Secondary School, reached the counting station at Municipal Committee Hall after a big delay. So there was an issue related to the EVMs. EVMs reached around 6:45 p.m. but the polling ended at 4 p.m. So there was a delay in the timing. It's almost 3 hours delay. So there was a delay. And the Congress candidates and the supporters gathered in strength and they protested the delay, the time delay. They raised slogans against the state government and the local MLA and termed it as an attempt to manipulate the results. So this was the allegation. Now, considering this news which has appeared in the newspaper, this is not the first time or this is not just one time that the allegations against the electronic voting machines have appeared. The allegations against the electronic voting machines have appeared time and again in the news and for that reason we need to understand the EVMs in detail. Especially from our prelims perspective, we need to understand EVMs in detail. So EVMs are electronic voting machines, that is the voting machines which work on a digital platform or an electronic platform. So electronic voting machines which enable the voter with a button for each choice of candidate. So there will be a button for each candidate and the voter has to press the button which is corresponding to the candidate. There are 2 units. If you have to look at some of the technical things relating to the EVMs, it has 2 units. One is the control unit and second one is the balloting unit. So EVM runs at 6 volt single alkaline battery fixed in the control unit. So there are 2 units. One is the control unit and second one is balloting unit. and it runs on a 6-volt single alkaline battery fixed in the control unit. It can even be used in areas that have no electricity. This is very important. So it runs on a battery, alkaline battery, therefore it can even be used where there is no electricity. The balloting unit is the voting section. So that is a control unit which enables, or which is a technical unit. Now we have the balloting unit. It is a voting section into which the voter enters to cast their vote in secret by pressing the button against the name and sign of the candidate of their choice. So in the balloting unit there will be many options available. So against every candidate and the symbol there will be a button. So the voter has to press the appropriate button and has to choose the candidate. The control unit is with the Election Commission selected polling officer. So Election Commission will select a polling officer, and the control unit of this will be with the polling officer who has been selected by the EC, Election Commission. Electronic voting machine came in India as a replacement to ballot papers. We know that earlier we had the system of casting vote through the ballot papers. So before the introduction of EVMs in India, we had the ballot papers, and that is a traditional or the conventional method of voting for a candidate. Electronic voting machines was first used in number 70 Paravur Assembly Constituency in Kerala in 1982. So this is an important point, that in Kerala the EVMs were first used in Kerala. So in India, Kerala is the state which has used the EVMs for the very first time, and that too way back in 1982. There are also lighter and easily portable compared to the huge ballot boxes. So these EVMs, one of the biggest advantages of EVMs are that they are lighter, that means less weight. So they are lighter and they are easily portable, that is they can be moved from one place to another. They can be ported from one place to another very easily as compared to very huge ballot boxes. Machines also make vote counting process faster, delivering results within hours as against the manual counting of votes which could take days. So again, another advantage of EVMs is that the vote counting process can be made very faster. So otherwise what happens, if it is ballot papers, each and every vote needs to be counted, and that too manually. There are also chances of errors. So the manual counting of ballot papers takes lot of time because it has to be cross checked, and there are also chances of errors because of the manual nature of counting. So the EVMs or the electronic voting machines, they make vote counting process very easy and more accurate and efficient, and the results can be delivered within hours as against the manual counting of ballot papers. The initial cost of EVM is between 5,000 and 6,000, but on an average it lasts for 15 years. So the initial cost of implementing EVM is rupees 5,000 to 6,000, but the duration to which it will last, or durability, is almost 15 years. Now, what are the measures to secure EVMs? So, what are the measures by which the EVMs can be made more secure and more accountable? The machines are cleaned and earlier results are cleared. So, the earlier results needs to be cleared. The switches, buttons, cables and latches are inspected for damage. So, because it works on an electronic platform, all the technical issues needs to be sorted, and the insurance that it is working properly, it should be done. The mock poll is conducted on 5% of total number of EVMs to be used for a poll. So if 100 EVMs are used for a poll, then 5 EVMs, that is the proportion, that is 5% or 5 out of every 100 EVMs are undergone a mock poll, that is a demo poll, before the actual election takes place. This is to ensure that it works properly. EVMs are randomly placed in the constituencies and booths, and it is difficult to know which machine is kept where. So the EVMs, they are randomly placed, so there is no clue or idea that which EVM is kept in which place. Before the start of actual poll, a mock poll is conducted with at least 50 voters in the presence of candidates or the agents. So before the actual poll is done, or before the start of the actual poll, a mock poll is conducted. A mock election is conducted, and at least 50 participants are there, 50 voters, and this is done in the presence of candidates or their agents. The EVMs are placed in their carrying cases and sealed, and machines are transported back to reception centers under the armed escort and kept in a strong room. So this is to ensure the security and the fairness of the voting or elections. So EVMs are placed in their carrying cases, so in that case, and it is sealed, and these machines are transported to the reception center where it is kept in the strong room. Now this is about the VVPAT. So VVPAT, voter verified paper audit trial. So VVPAT is an independent verification printer machine. So it's a verification printer machine, and VVPAT was a previous year question also. So VVPAT or voter verified paper audit trial, it's an independent verification printer machine. It is attached to the electronic voting machine. So VVPAT is attached to the EVMs. It's a printer machine. It allows the voters to verify if their vote has gone to the intended candidate. This is very important. Now, as we have seen in the EVMs, the candidates' names are given and the buttons are given. So the voter will press the button corresponding to the candidate to which the voter wants to poll the votes or wants to give the votes. Now, how the candidates will know that whether it is manipulated or whether the votes have gone for the right candidate. So for ensuring that, for the case of double checking for the voters, the VVPAT provides a solution. That is, the VVPAT, it's a printing machine. So here the voter can verify if the votes have gone to the intended candidate. If the votes are casted for the intended candidate, can be verified using the VVPAT, which is a printing machine. Now again, when a voter presses in a button in the EVM, so in the EVM electronic voting machine, when the voter is pressing a button, a paper slip is printed through the VVPAT. So a paper slip will be printed, and this will ensure that the votes have gone for the right candidates. The slip contains the poll symbol and the name of the candidate. Now, after being visible to the voter from a glass case in the VVPAT for 7 seconds, the ballot slip will be cut and dropped in the drop box in the VVPAT machine, and beep will be heard. So this slip, that is, suppose I am casting the vote, I have casted the vote for a particular party. So after casting the vote in a glass case, this slip will appear for 7 seconds, so that I can verify whether my vote has gone for the right candidate or the candidate to which I have given the vote. So after 7 seconds, what will happen? The slip will be cut and it will be put in the drop box. Another advantage is that if there is any confusion during the counting process, these slips can also be used for verification. So the drop box will contain the slips, and there will be a beep sound, and this will be disappeared. VVPAT slip is kept in a sealed cover. So this VVPAT slip, it will be kept in a sealed cover, and the VVPAT machines can only be accessed by the election officers in the rarest of the rare cases. So rarest of the rare cases means if it is alleged that there is an election fraud or a manipulation or misfunction, then the VVPAT slips can be used. So otherwise this cannot be used. So VVPAT machines can only be used in rarest of the rare cases. The VVPAT helps to detect potential election fraud or malfunction in the electronic voting machine. So VVPAT will help in detecting any potential election fraud or any manipulation in the electronic voting machine. In that case, it can be counted. It provides a means to audit the stored electronic results and serves as an additional barrier to change or destroy the votes. So it provides as an auditing mechanism. What is auditing? Cross-checking. So VVPAT provides a means to audit the stored electronic results, and it serves as an additional barrier to change or destroy the votes. So this will ensure the adequacy and accuracy. It ensures the accuracy of the voting system with full transparency and restores the confidence. So this provides even more transparency, or we can say double checking. In case of any allegation, this VVPAT slips can be checked. So this will ensure the accuracy of the voting system and ensure full transparency and restores the confidence of the voters. So this is all about the VVPAT, and also regarding the EVMs. So I hope this was a helpful session for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again for the next session. Thank you. Stay blessed and all the best.